Hi, it's John here. Do you remember I did those YouTube videos about persona, like having a light, cheerful, attractive persona on YouTube, and having a dark and alter ego persona on YouTube? Actually, it was the dark alter ego persona which has had more hits than the other one. So that says something about things, doesn't it? But I don't get very many people watching my videos at the moment, but maybe they will later. But where do all these personas come from? I mean, you've got the two ideas, haven't you, that we're born, we've got what we're born with, our genes, and then what we learn. Basically what we're born with is nature, and what we learn is nurture, the nurture and nature side of things. So we're born with certain capabilities in our genes, but it's the nurture which we have a lot more to do with. We can't change how we're hardwired, can we? We've just got to live with that. So we learn. As a baby, more or less, we're born as a blank canvas, and then we learn, don't we? We touch something that's hot and it burns and think, I'm not going to do that again. We answer somebody back and they blow us up and think, I'm not going to do that again. We go goo 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 and they say, oh, that's nice, and so we keep doing that. It's all we're learning all the time, and gradually our little brains develop a sort of sub-collective unconscious thingy, and then we might have a certain personas that start to emerge from this. Say in the classroom, you go to school and you think, I'm going to do really, really well, I'm going to do my best handwriting, and I'm really going to listen, but then you just can't quite keep the attention. The teacher is so boring, and then you make a blot on the page, and then the teacher won't ask you when you put your hand up to answer questions. They always ask somebody else, and you start getting fed up with it, and you think, oh, I'm fed up with this being the nice person. I'm going to sort of play a bit. I'll be the joker in the classroom and keep cracking jokes or whispering to your neighbour. As soon as the teacher's back is turned, who's that whispering? Who's that whispering? She says, and you're developing these different ways of being, and there'll be a group of you that all seem to be rather similar or attracted to one another, and you have a group in the playground. If it was like me, the group that played football all the time, either playing football or fighting, and that's is all the boys doing that all the time, and then you think, well, I think I'll be a footballer, and then you soon realise that you can't be a footballer because there's far more people that are much better than you, and you sort of aim towards a particular type of work, and your persona becomes linked to the work that you're planning to do, working with metal, perhaps becoming a gas man or whatever, and then you're in a particular class, a group, and it goes on and on and on, doesn't it? But if you are lucky enough to have work which you enjoy doing, it could be said that you've got a certain vocation and you feel fulfilled when you're doing your work. Perhaps you just absolutely love being on the checkout at Tesco's, and you really feel that is where you want to be, and you sit in that chair or stand up, whichever you choose, you've got the choice, and you think, oh, this is lovely. I doubt it though. But there are certain jobs where you can feel fulfilled, and I've certainly landed in a few over the years, and I've started to work there, and I've just felt so great. This is it. This is what I wanted, and it's fantastic. You sit on the tractor, and yeah, this is what I wanted, and you're driving up and down the field, or whatever it is, and sometimes it doesn't last, but sometimes it does, and you're very lucky if you've got that nowadays. I remember when I was started milking cows, and I really wanted to do that, and I loved it. Starting at 6 in the morning. We were milking about 100 cows then in an old cow shed, and we had two there. We had one tying up and letting them go and feeding, and the other one putting the machines on and washing the cows and all that sort of thing. And we could have a chat, and it was just great. It was great, and but now the jobs have been made not to be nice. You don't do it two people, you do it with one, and you're down in a dirty wet pit, and you've got cows pooing all over you, and you're milking for about 3 hours, and then by the time you've finished, you've probably got to start again for the afternoon milking. And I mean, work isn't as enjoyable because everything has to make money. Money has become the god, and if it's not financially viable, we won't do it. Forget about enjoyable work. I mean, it's not necessary to milk all those cows, is it? For a man to earn a living. So my message is, my plea is to make work more enjoyable, and then people wouldn't want to escape from work so much. They would be much happier working. They wouldn't want to go on foreign holidays which burn up tons and tons of carbon, or create tons of carbon, whatever it is, and greenhouse gases which destroy the environment. They'd be much happier just going down the road and camping in a field. Go down the road on your bicycle, camp in a field and cook eggs and bacon. And they wouldn't need to be winning the lottery to want the millionaire lifestyle, because they wouldn't want the millionaire lifestyle, because they'd be happy doing what they're doing. I mean, this whole millionaire lifestyle started with, what did it start with? Probably started with premium bonds, government thing. This is the start of monetarism, isn't it? Money becoming the god. Football pools was the big thing, But the funny thing is, I remember when I was a kid, somebody's dad won the football pools, and we didn't like it very much. Not right. And you know what he did? He bought himself a Morris Minor. Well, Morris Minor is about the equivalent of a Ford Fiesta today. So, and that'd be about £12,000 today. I mean, if somebody won £12,000 on the lottery, they'd hardly think they'd won the lottery, would they? It's people want to win millions. They want millions of pounds today, and there's lots of them got it and all. Lots of people got it round here, mate. But it's destroying the world. It's become a Frankenstein's monster. We're consuming more and more and more and more and more, and the monster needs more and more and more food, and is going to destroy us. If our carbon footprint continues to get bigger and bigger, we use more and more fossil fuels. I mean, the environment now. I mean, with this thing in New York, why aren't the president and the presidential candidate talking about it? The global warming. The biggest denial is the elephant in the room, isn't it? They can't imagine running America on a low carbon economy. It's just unviable. So they've got to completely deny that it's anything to do with their rejection of Kyoto or whatever. So either this monster is going to destroy the planet, destroy us, the Frankenstein monster this is, or it's going to destroy itself. It's going to the economic system which uses all this vast quantity of carbon is going to or creates carbon, it's going to destroy itself, and we'll go back to some more simpler economy. It's hard to imagine, but go back to Blake 7. No, not Blake 7. I can't remember. Anyway, go back to far simpler way of living. Anyway, keep cheerful. Bye.